I am Amin Nikfar. I'm a member of the California Tau chapter of Pi Lambda Phi, and currently I'm an assistant track and field coach at University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, finishing my third season there, going on my fourth season there. Prior to that, I was a professional athlete. I was a shot putter, competed at 2 Olympic Games, a couple World Championships, numerous international competitions, and some Grand Prix meets, and before that, I was a Division I athlete at UC Berkeley. In terms of my life story, I don't know how far through it I am, but it's been 41 years, and there's been chaos and failure and disappointment and happiness and joy and achievement and everything, right? There's been everything. Came from a upper middle class family. Dad's an electrical contractor, and really prioritized work so that my brother and I and my mother could have everything we needed and a lot of the things we wanted. And my dad took the whole challenge on himself. One of the things he taught us from a young age was that our sole job in life was to be better than him, right? Just add everything, right? Better dad, better provider, better husband, be better than him at everything, and then we can help increase the trajectory of our family history in the same way that he did. High school was a really formative experience. Had really good teachers, really good coaches that were motivating and provided tons of opportunities to succeed and opportunities to fail and learn, and really began to shape me into who I was going to become as an athlete. Doing the student athlete thing, while also being at a very prestigious university, it was difficult for me. It was difficult for me, and every semester that I thought I got it right, I got my grades, and then I absolutely got showed I did it wrong. So it took about 3 years for me to figure out how to operate in that environment and how to be a student at Cal, and also how to be an athlete, because I wasn't doing a great job of that either. Summer after my junior year of college, really made a conscious decision to do it differently and be successful in athletics and be successful in academics, and it was significant. And joining Pi Lam really saved my butt, really saved my butt, and showed me a group of young men that, they didn't do it perfect every time, but they knew how to act, and they knew how to study, and they, and really kind of showed me the way on that. Let's see, after college, I continued to compete, competed internationally, and that was also, another formative experience, being able to get new perspective on the world by traveling to places that, that I never dreamed I would be able to go, let alone compete at. As a kid, don't know it at the time, but it was really setting me up to be successful at the next thing. So I competed for nearly a decade after college, and then decided that I wanted to get into coaching, and I felt like I had some value that I could add to people that were motivated in the same way that I was, and maybe help them make less mistakes. I think the stuff that people are going to get right is really important, but if I can help them prevent making some mistakes, then they'll be a little better off. So I started coaching at University of New Orleans, coached there for a year, coached at Southeastern Louisiana for 3 years, coached at Stanford for a year, and now I'm entering my 4th year at UNC Chapel Hill, and it is absolutely the right thing for me to be doing. It's incredibly fulfilling. There's tons of versions of what the creed means to different brothers in Pi Lam, and they're all correct. They're all correct, and the variation in what the creed means to them, I think, is one of the things that makes our fraternity special. I think one of the more recent things about the creed is the parts about honesty and justice for all men of all creeds, and really being reflective on what I can do to be helpful for people, and in a college setting and in a coaching setting, what I can do to help them advance, help them attain their goals, and just doing my best to live some of those words and push that message out to people that might not be members of Pi Lambda. It's not just the words; it's living the day to day. And in my chapter in particular, the Kowtow chapter, we had a lot of different kinds of people. It was not homogeneous. Really gave you a chance to learn about these people that the creed is talking about. If I were able to go back in time, I would give myself some very, very clear advice. I would tell undergrad Amin that it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to make mistakes. Failures don't make you a failure. I think that was something that was very difficult for me early on, as a pretty good student in high school and a pretty good athlete in high school. Getting to college, it was just so much different, and it really didn't feel like it was okay to make mistakes, and it was a catastrophic failure, and really just talk to myself about how, like, that's part of the process, right? Part of the growth process is making mistakes. Part of the growth process is screwing up. It's what you do after that that's more important. It's how you respond to that that's more important. If he knew that, he'd have been a different dude.